Hey, what's up guys, Nick here, welcome back to another video. Today's video will be looking at how to get better at Halo and how I actually improved myself as a player. Recently I've been looking back at myself as a Halo player, as someone that's played this game for about 10 years now, which is kind of crazy to think about. It actually just recently passed my 10-year anniversary as a Halo player, so it's been a pretty crazy time, not gonna lie. It's been pretty insane to think that I've played this game for so long. I gotta say, seeing MCC so alive these days makes me super happy. I literally found this game within 10 seconds. That is absolutely insane. But I'll be first to admit that I was never ever the greatest Halo player. I was never the person that was really fantastic at the game as much as I wanted to be. When me and my friends first started playing, I was always the one that kind of got shredded apart. I was always the one that didn't do that great whenever we played against each other, and it always annoyed me so much. Back whenever I played Halo 3 and even into Halo Reach, I just wasn't very good. It took me a long time to get anywhere half decent at Halo as a game. It was actually Halo 4 that was the game that kind of made me want to get good at Halo, that made me want to be good at video games as a whole, which I know is kind of random, but Halo 4 is whenever I started making YouTube content. It's the game that kind of got me in to where I am right now. I kind of thought about why I wanted to get good at Halo in the first place. You know, what was the reason behind it? Did I one day just think to myself, I'm sick of being bad, or was there something that kind of triggered that feeling? And I thought back to whenever I started making Halo content. I played with my friends a lot who were very good at this game. They were absolutely fantastic at Halo, and I used to always get so annoyed that I was the one at the bottom of the leaderboard. I was always the one doing the worst out of my group of friends. And back whenever I first started making Halo content, I used to always be a competition with these friends to who could get the best gameplays, who could try and get the best score to upload to YouTube, because that's all I really cared about back then. If you go back to my Halo 4 videos, you'll see that the scores that I was posting were pretty insane. I used to be that guy that would post like really good gameplays, and that's all I really cared about. I didn't really care about the topic or whatever I was talking about. I would just focus on the gameplay, and of course over time that's kind of changed down to focus on the personality side of things instead of the gameplay side of things. But you know, I still try and have half decent gameplay in the background while I'm talking. You guys can obviously be the judge of what you think of my gameplay. A lot of people still think I'm really bad at Halo. That's okay. If you think that, then that's totally on you, but you know, recording live is a whole different story. But going back to what made me get better, the thing that actually changed about me, that made me want to kind of change my work ethic when it came to Halo and whenever I played games as a whole. As before, I wouldn't really invest myself too much. I wouldn't really care that much about what I was actually doing. I would just kind of play and that would be it. But the competition of having my friends, the competition of who could get the best score, kind of made me play longer, it made me play harder, it made me actually think about what I was doing even more. And over time, eventually, I did get better. I improved at what I was doing in the game. I mean, some people out there would think I'm the best Halo player of all time because they've maybe seen one good gameplay or a montage or something from me, when obviously I'm not the best player of all time. But the one tip I can give to anyone out there that wants to get better at anything, doesn't have to be just video games. This tip would have to be just practice. Keep doing it until you can no longer do it anymore that day. But just keep practicing on whatever you're doing, and also look at other people and see what they're doing better than you. Because if you look at other people who are better at doing something or playing a game or whatever the thing you're wanting to get better at is, even by just looking at them and seeing what they're doing, it'll make you better yourself. Oh, that was my overkill, and this guy had to shoot me from across the map. Why? Why do you do that? No, get away from me. No, leave me alone. Oh, the ghost is chasing me. Get away from me. Please leave me alone. As it was certainly my friends back in the day that made me want to get better. I watched them a lot. I saw what they were doing so well in the games, and that made me obviously get better myself over time. Oh my goodness, get away from me. Oh, this is a tough situation for me. There's a guy right here. There's a mongoose right there. My kill. Thank you very much. Hello, sir. I'm out of ammo, dude. Yep, you better store away. Oh, I really should have been dead in that situation, but somehow I survived, just about. But anytime that someone calls me bad at Halo, I kind of just think to myself, well, I know I'm not the best player of all time, and that's okay. But at the same time, I know that I've practiced at Halo. I know that I've spent enough time in this game to try and improve myself as a player. If you definitely compare me to my first year of Halo 5, for example, I have improved drastically as a player. It's basically a completely different person to my first year of Halo 5. I used to be that person that would freak out over an overkill or even just a cool trick shot of any kind. I would have lost my mind over that. Oh, get wrecked! These days, I'm very cool and very collected about what I'm doing in the game, and I like to think I've definitely improved a lot. Oh my goodness, as a player. I say that as I'm coming up on a rampage, so hopefully this is actually proof of how good I'm playing currently. But Halo 4 is certainly the game that I am the best at. I think I would say out of any Halo game, this is the one that I kind of shine the most at, strangely enough. I'm not too sure why that is, to be honest with you. Maybe it all comes down to just the time that I put into it whenever I first started making Halo videos. That it's kind of stayed with me. It's kind of never left me, that I am half decent at this game. But this topic goes farther beyond just Halo. There's different aspects of my life that I've always wanted to get better at, that I've had to put time into actually trying to improve. Big example of this is the editing in my videos. I've always wanted to improve my editing, how my videos have come out, how good they look, I guess. And over time, you know, the more you practice, the more you actually try and improve your craft, I guess. In this situation, you will get better. Oh my goodness, what a weird triple. No, my over... Oh, that was nearly an overkill, dude. That was crazy. But I have to say, in life, there is nothing better than seeing things improve and get better the more time you put into it. My YouTube channel is a perfect example of that. If you go back and watch my earliest videos, in my opinion, they're absolutely awful. And in some regards, I still think my videos are not that great because, you know, they could always be better. If I'm not my hardest critic, then I guess I'll never improve, because if you don't criticize yourself, then nobody else will do it as hard as you can. And of course, you should be happy with yourself. You should be happy with the work that you're doing, but to some extent, you should always be trying to get better. You should never plateau, if that makes sense. And by plateau, I mean you should never just be happy with where you're at. You should always just be trying to get better and better and better. But every so often, celebrate, reward yourself, be happy with where you've got to and whatever you're doing. So for example, a subscriber goal is something I celebrate quite often. I don't do it for like every 1,000 anymore, but I do it for every big milestone that I've been trying to hit for a while. People keep asking me, Nick, what's your next big sub goal? And it would probably have to be like 75,000 or something like that. Let's say around that number, I'll be pretty stoked. I'll do something special for that number. What it's going to be, I'm still not sure. I still have to do all the stuff for 50k, even though we're 2,000 past that already, which is kind of crazy. But just keep working hard at stuff in life and you'll see improvement. You'll see things get better and better over time. And I think I actually went insane this game. Me and my teammate both got 30 kills. Crazy, man. That is absolutely crazy. Okay, so my teammate went 30-0 and I went 30-1. I am unbelievably upset that I actually got one death, but in my defense, he was in the Scorpion the entire game, where I was out using my battle rifle and other weapons. So there's the difference, okay? He was in a vehicle, I was on the ground, so you guys can decide who did better that game. I ended up getting an untouchable and a steaktacular medal that game, so that was actually a really good gameplay. If there's ever been a more perfect gameplay to talk about improving at Halo or improving at things in general, this has been it. Over the past 10 years, I've went through many different skill levels as a Halo player. Went from being really bad to kind of being okay to, I think, pretty good. Obviously, there's like professional players who would absolutely annihilate me, and I know that they're like a completely different breed of player. But if you keep working hard at whatever you're doing in life, you will see improvements. You will see things going better and better for you the more time you put into it. So for me, that's been Halo, that's been YouTube, because I've been doing both for a very long time now. So I know today's video was a little bit shorter. Again, it is holiday time. I'm doing stuff with my family. We're gonna watch some movies tonight, I think, so I'm sorry for the shorter video. Going into the new year, I plan on upping the work ethic. I plan on working even harder than I ever have before. So I hope you guys are having a great holiday time with your family. Hope you're enjoying it. So thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you did enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.